slung the attacker off of me, and they rolled onto the ground and laid motionless, a gaping hole in the side of their head. I struggled with the realization of what I had just done, but I pushed forwards. I moved closer and kicked the corpse onto its back with my leg. The fuck? The attacker had been covered in dried blood all over his body, and the skin of the body seemed decayed and rotten. It was a terrible sight, and if it wasn't for the still running adrenaline, I would have thrown up on the spot. This is Private Warren King with the National Guard, Rockwell Patrol Group 1. I've made contact with a drug user. I took him out, and I need people over here to handle this. Is anyone on radio? Come in. Damn thing's not working. I walked over to the Humvee. I hoped the radio inside was working. Nothing had been wrong with my radio up until now, so I didn't have high hopes for that one. I could grab a tarp from the back of the Hummer to cover the body and gear myself up just a bit better, because I want to be prepared if one of those bastards sneaks up on me again. This is Private Warren King with the National Guard and Rockwell Patrol Group 1. Anybody, come in. Damn it. Why isn't anybody on the line? This doesn't make any sense. The only reason no one would be on the line is if something happened. I decided that the best thing to do was head further into the city, see if I could find one of the patrol groups there, even find out what Sarge and probably even the other troops got into. I just hope that my guy's right on this one. I don't end up looking like an idiot. After I got out, I headed around the back and opened up the trunk. Inside, I found my gear, exactly where I put it. I counted everything I had, so I knew what I could spare if I needed it. I ended up with my M4, 4 mags, my M9, 3 mags, 5 grenades for the M203, a half-empty gas can, and an MRE box with at least 5 inside, and the tarp, which was rolled up and on top of the trunk. Here you go. Hope nobody touches you. Alright. Let's get a move on, Warren. You've got a bit of a drive ahead of you.
What the hell happened? God, everything hurts. I looked around. The ambulance wrecked on the side, back door open, with a blood trail leading out towards me. A small bit of fire and smoke came from the engine. I noticed a figure hunched over what seemed to be a paramedic on the ground. When my eyes settled, I noticed that the figure was tearing off and eating chunks of the paramedic. Oh shit. The person that was on the paramedic turned around and saw me, then began to move towards me, coming at a decently fast pace. I tried to push away faster and keep my distance, but I just couldn't. I fumbled with my hands trying to grab my gun out of my holster, but I was too nervous to keep steady.
Oh shit! That was close, man. I've got you though. You think you'll be able to walk if I get you on your feet?
Yeah, I think so. After I had been saved, I had a second to regather my thoughts, and I remembered how I needed up here. When the ambulance finally arrived to help, I had gotten in it with them to assist the victim. Stay with me. Stay with me.
Get her on the stretcher. Her injuries look critical. We have to move her to a hospital. And sir, we need you to keep pressure on the wound while we load her up. You're gonna have to come with us. This is worse than we thought, so we need an extra set of hands.
How bad is it? Do you think she'll make it?
With this injury, she should already be dead, so no time for questions. She must be convulsing. She's not staying put.
Hey, she grabbed onto my arm. It hurts.
Ah! The lady kept out of my grasp, which kept pressure onto her neck. She bursted out of the stretcher, attacking the other paramedic in the back, biting into her neck. They slammed into one of the walls of the ambulance. It distracted the driver. He looked back through the door to see the fight, and while doing that, he veered off the road into a speeding car.
Hey! Stop daydreaming. Can you use your gun?
Why the hell does that matter? Shouldn't you be more worried about, I don't know, my injuries?
I don't know if you hear everything going on around us, but it seems everything nearby us has gone to shit, and I don't know why. I saw some poor guy get dragged out of his car and get mobbed by 3 people, and some soldier getting his neck torn into trying to do crowd control. We're in a pretty bad spot here.
Well, maybe. I'm a little shaken up, but other than that, I'm good. Thanks to you. Help me up to my feet.
I saw a store just up the road. I think we can lock ourselves in there a little bit until everything clears up a bit. But keep your hand ready to grab your gun, because we're going to be pretty exposed crossing the street.
Alright, kid. I'm following your lead. We walked towards the edge of the road behind the ambulance. I looked around and saw how bad it really was. There was chaos everywhere. We'd be running straight past some of it. And now I know why my gun would be handy. I looked over at the paramedic and waited for his signal, hoping I'd be able to keep up.
Now! One of those druggies are in the doorway!
Close the door and lock it. I pushed that rack in front of it.
Alright. We should be safe. For now.
After a bit of driving through the city, this place is in shambles. I've seen a few bodies. I try to avoid looking at them, though. A few cars are scattered around the road. Luckily, the path I'm taking doesn't have many blockages. I don't have much that tells me what's going on. I haven't heard any recent news either, but I'm gonna assume that most people fled the city in some way. Man, everything has truly gone to shit. Buildings are wrecked, things are abandoned, bodies, and these damn druggies. And I just had to fall asleep and be left clueless. Oh shit, my gas is getting low. Fuck. My can doesn't even have enough gas to get me another mile. I had went around the Humvee and grabbed the gas can off the side. It was almost empty as I had already used some up to this point. I dumped what was left of it in the tank and decided I was going to have to walk to the nearest gas station. Made sure I had all my gear on me, just in case, and I set out. However, my luck was persistent. And it wasn't long until I ran into trouble. I saw 5 contacts walking around the street, looking around frantically as if they were looking for anything they could go after. I moved slowly, trying not to make any noise. I kept my eyes on them and my hand ready to lift my rifle up and fire. But as my attention was towards them, I hadn't noticed where I was headed. Shit! That's only 3 down? I'm almost empty on this mag. What the fuck are these guys on? One of them got close. This fucker was faster than the others. The rest moved towards me, almost speed walking, but this one sprinted. As they went to grab onto me, I pulled the trigger on my rifle, and luckily it still had 1 bullet left and landed a headshot to the attacker. I caught my breath before noticing the last man not far off. With no time to reload, I drew my sidearm and fired at him twice, which was enough to kill them. Jesus Christ, I hate this city. Try not to think about what just happened, Warren. You gotta keep moving. Finally, a gas station. As soon as I fill this can up, I'm getting out of this hellhole and finally into another small town district. Hello? Anyone in here? Anybody? I would kill for some damn human interaction. I immediately hit the deck and readied my rifle, trying to think of where the bullet came from. But before I could get a good one out, I heard another human voice, which even during this scenario was music to my ears.
That was a warning shot. Who the hell are you?
I'm with the National Guard. I'm not one of those people out on the streets. I just came in here for some gas for my Hummer.
I don't believe you. Show me some sort of ID.
Shit. Hold on. Here. It's my military ID. I'm gonna toss it out from where I am.
Okay, I believe you. But if I'm going to trust you, we need to make a deal. You said you were looking for gas, and I have that. But if you're really military, you have to let me come with you wherever you're going, okay?
Okay. That's a deal. If I stand up, I'm not gonna get shot, right?
I promise you won't.
I stood up and saw the man, now in the open, no longer hidden from wherever he was before. He stood around 5'7" and was somewhat built. It's pretty easy to notice how he could have made it through whatever chaos happened near the beginning. But the man acted skittish, however. He was pretty shaken up. But when we looked at each other, we could both tell we made a good choice, trusting each other.
I'll go ahead and activate the pumps. You can fill up that gas can you have outside. Since I'm leaving with you, I'll bag up some supplies to take with us.
Sounds like a plan.
I've got everything ready. What about you?
I'm good to go. Let's get a move on. I want to get to where I've got to be as soon as possible. As we got an eye view of the Humvee, we saw multiple figures roaming the street. The same type I had gotten into a conflict with earlier. The only path to the Humvee would get us spotted.
Damn it. What are we gonna do?
Hold on. I gotta think. I don't want to take the time waiting them out. And the chances of them actually clearing out isn't worth it. We're gonna have to go in, head down. You put the gas in the tank, and your bag's in the back. I'll cover you from wherever I can.
This is a terrible idea. That's okay.
Take the gas can, and I'll count us off. And we run. 1, 2, 3. Go. They spotted us as soon as we got closer to the Humvee. The man from the convenience store immediately started what I told him to do when we got to the Hummer, and I started taking up my end of the deal. I'm reloading! How much left in the gas can?
Hold on, I've almost filled the tank.
Well, hurry up, please!
It's done.
Finally, let's get the fuck out of here. Don't worry about putting the gas tank cap back on. Just get in the Humvee with it.